Bueno, mi gente, aquí vamos a hablar de conspiracy theories. Va a haber una pelea fuerte. Lo siento. Siento el calor. El aire está como en 65 y se siente como en 75. Gócenlo, mi gente. Ready. Bienvenido, mi gente, a otro episodio. Aquí estamos, Revolú, ya tú sabes. Y en inglés, welcome, everyone to Revolú.
What up?
Here we are.
Oh, you brought your own 7-Up?
No,
Aquí está
supplied me with some 7-Up.
Mr. Rennie
How you doing?
y Mr. Peter back in the house.
Me
Ya tú
amo
sabes.
Pedro.
There you
There you
go.
go. He learned.
Y aquí todo el mundo va a preguntar qué es lo que está pasando y ya mismo le van a explicar.
¿Qué pasó?
Aquí está.
Lo que pasa es un revolú.
Sí, lo mismo ahí.
Dilo ahí, Mike, aquí
¿Qué
que es
pasó?
la...
We
sabe.
skipped somebody. We skipped the side.
No, estamos.
No, I know, but he didn't introduce them.
Who, Peter?
No,
You did me.
Introduce himself?
he didn't introduce you guys.
Just now he did.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear you.
Mira, da rewind el cassette porque está
Estoy bien.
atrás, está atrás.
Cabrón.
Mira, te tienes que ponerte esto, papi.
Exacto,
what's
ese es
going
el
on.
problema. Yo creo que la fucking what is it? The
He-
frequencies
I don't
in
know,
the
so-
planet.
I was able to stay in the moment because I was cut off from the evil powers of holographic imagery.
Gotcha. So that's
By
why we
virtue
were,
of the
yeah.
hat. That's why you couldn't. Yeah, it's understandable.
See, man, hats for everybody next time, okay?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna. But no,
We're gonna make some for everybody.
if you're wondering what this is a carefully crafted. We got it out.
It's
What
a
was it?
titanium cone.
It's
Titanium cone.
I think we got it at Chanel. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Chanel, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
That's to stop the brainwaves from 5G, right? 'Cause
Yes.
that's what 5G is made for, to control us. That's the goal that the government's trying to instill in us, that 5G has actually been proven to be part of the frequency to control people.
So that's a conspiracy theory.
That is a conspiracy.
Because I don't think 5G is controlling me.
Well,
Well, I just
Maybe-
I just recently got a
Well,
5G phone, so I'm sorry.
as-
Maybe I gotta let it,
why do
really
they have
penetrate.
fluoride in our water?
That is a good point. No, you don't understand. It's to strengthen your teeth.
Yes, that's what the dentists say.
What is fluoride? Fluoride is what?
Makes
It's
you dumber?
50% of Prozac. And what is Prozac for? To slow you down, right? Why is it in our water?
But I think
folks?
I think it says don't swallow.
Yeah.
Just spit it out. The
No,
fluoride.
they
Right?
cook with water.
That's what they tell you.
Cook
No,
with the water.
but that's what they. Yeah, but it burns out the fluoride.
Does it?
No.
I think so.
No.
That's what the fuckers told me when he sold me the fucking filter in the house. That this shit strips everything out of
Dumbing
that
us
fucking
down.
water.
Little by little, they're dumbing us down.
You know where it
You
comes?
fucking
You know
rinse
where
off.
fluoride comes from? It's a byproduct of aluminum plants.
Okay.
Instead of throwing it out to and improperly disposing of it and paying the money to process, they just they dump it in the water.
Yep.
And they just and people are like, no, but it really is for your teeth. I'm like, really?
It's
If that's the truth, why don't they put vitamins in our water?
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a reason
Because you're not
for it,
supposed to
folks.
drink it. I just said that. Don't
You're not
fucking
supposed
swallow.
You're not supposed to swallow your water.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not talking about toothpaste.
No, but fluoride. Toothpaste has fluoride.
We're not talking about
I
toothpaste.
know that, but they want to sell water. So you know what I'm saying?
There's fluoride in
I know
most
that.
water.
I know
and
that.
Who knows?
I know
We're
that.
talking about water.
I know that.
I just want to make sure.
Dude, so that's
I'm following the fucking water myth.
how many
just-
how many
the conspiracy
conspiracies do we
theory,
know?
the
Do we
water
know?
myth.
How many conspiracies
Thousands.
I heard a few.
that I've
Do you
heard.
have all
I don't
night?
know any of them. But
Can
yeah.
we do our first
Oh, wow.
8-hour podcast? Because I am ready
We'll be here.
for this one.
Mike cannot do an 8-hour podcast.
Mike's
Grab
ready
a
to-
chair, everybody. Grab a chair.
No, he would love to, but he cannot. But yeah. So what do you think? Should we bring up a conspiracy that we know or that we've heard that we want to argue about? I think
So
that's a
Should
good
we
topic,
warn
right?
people that this could be a very
True.
offensive podcast? There's certain
It
people
could
that
be-
people could get a little uptight.
For feelings,
That is true.
feelings. I agree.
Now, if I may speak, and I believe everybody would agree with this, the purpose of this is not to offend. It's just to have the free discussion of ideas because we don't really freaking know. But it's interesting to, discuss these things. There's some things we do know.
To talk about things that are not allowed to be talked about.
Yes.
Yeah, well, I think anybody can. It's on YouTube, so everybody talks about it. But it's not a mainstream subject that
It's been kept under wraps
Yeah. It's always wrapped.
by coincidence.
For sure. So
I think we should start off with the question one first. I think your one should be a good one to start
yeah,
off with.
I agree.
I'm gonna
Alright,
finish.
Tito, what is your question?
Well, I was wondering, I've heard a lot about the landing on the moon.
Okay.
Is that real
Okay,
or fake? I haven't actually done any research
Okay.
or when it happened, to be
That's
honest.
honest. Thank you.
So, what do you guys think? Maybe
But-
you guys can educate me.
No,
Me educa un
never.
poquito.
We didn't land on the moon. I'll flat out tell you we didn't land on the moon.
Why do you think we didn't land on the moon?
Because
Where do we
can't even
begin?
we can't even have our cell phones work in a fucking tunnel, but we can have remote pilot a fucking telephone. We can remote pilot a spaceship to the moon with perfect precision. But I can't get my cell phone to work in a tunnel.
I can answer that.
And hold on,
I
hold
can
on.
answer that.
But that
yeah.
hold on. But answer it with this in mind. That cell phone has far more computing power than all of the mainframe computers in NASA put together.
Correct.
Now,
Yes,
That's
that's the
now.
point. That's the point. I'm saying that if you take all the technology that they
Yeah.
used, they were able to accomplish all of that with that precision. Not only landing there on the first try and then come back, okay, through the Van Allen radiation belts with less technology than this phone. That's a little hard to believe.
Bullshit.
nah, I don't think so. But yeah,
They wanted to prove America was great by beating the Russians to the moon.
Yes.
They needed to have something to bring this country up after they shot and killed the great president who
John F.
wanted
Kennedy?
us to get us to the moon.
Yep.
We will get into that later. But
the
I
shooting
feel
or the
shooting
right?
of
Yeah.
him. I feel like the moon was something that this country needed to kind of give a morale boost to beat the Russians.
Okay.
I agree with that.
They got the best Hollywood director to direct the actual filming of it.
Yep. What's his name?
The
the guy that did the
Shining.
The
No.
I
yeah.
can't think of his name right
Kubrick.
now. Stanley Kubrick.
Kubrick, right?
Stanley Kubrick. And if you watch The Shining, he gives you hints in the movie that he did direct the space landing.
Wouldn't you think that he did that on purpose just to get the promotion and the?
I think he
and the
wanted to
people
tell
looking
people,
into it?
and he
I
couldn't.
don't think so.
I think it was killing him that he couldn't do it. That's why do you think he chose 237 as the room where they had the ghost in it?
Why did they pick 237 as the
Because
room
it's
that had
exactly 237 million miles to the moon.
Yeah.
Okay.
So a shout
The
out
shirts, the shirts
moon
that
landing.
Danny was wearing was what? Apollo 11.
So something that was
The
super
pattern?
super popular back then.
The pattern of the floor in The Shining was the exact pattern of the landing site of the Apollo. If you look at the landing site and how it's designed,
when it
it's
came
the
back,
exact
when it came
pattern
back.
as on the floor on the shining
Hold
floor.
up. One thing is a coincidence.
Yeah.
Two things is a pattern. Three things are a program.
It is amazing. If you
But
there's
you can do that to anything, anywhere.
Okay. To
Any
his defense,
single event.
to his defense, that is
You
true.
can point out wrong things and things that didn't go perfect. Blah 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 blah.
But here's the $1 million question.
But hold
though, Randy.
on. So yes, I agree with the Russian and the U.S. race.
Okay.
Completely agree. I agree that John F. Kennedy pushed to get U.S. in the moon first.
Bring the volume down.
Why? Because it was the Cold War. So we wanted to win at all costs on anything. Did they build rockets that could fly into space and come back?
With Nazi soldiers.
Yeah.
So they
Von
figured-
No,
Braun.
no, Nazi
Von
soldiers.
Braun.
Yes, they stole the whatever. They didn't steal, but they borrowed an engineer and created
Just gonna borrow.
their own. But that's what countries do.
I don't know. I'm not saying they don't do it.
Look at Made in China.
I know.
Right.
They still
But the
they
question I
take
have for
everything
you
and make it themselves for cheaper. Come
That
on
I
now.
ask every question is, why haven't we gone back?
Thank you.
That's
Okay,
another
this
question.
is-
I'm
this-
going to answer this.
Hold
one.
on. Before. Okay.
Oh,
do
let
you have
Giancarlo
what? Do you
talk.
have? Do you have what?
I'm listening.
This is already like 15
So
minutes.
am I, because this is...
All right.
This
Mind
is
boggling.
this
I'm
is
gonna-
already like 15 minutes in,
Just
and
a
it's one
simple
topic.
fact. All I heard was that there was moon dust that lifted up in the video.
No,
There's no gravity.
There's no gravity.
So why would there
No-
be?
no.
any-
The shadows on the stones.
The
You
shadows.
can't. There's only
That's
one
all-
light
that's all I'm
source.
saying.
That's the one that really
The
like
flag
the
waving.
physics-
No, there's
I heard
not only
I
one
heard
light
the
source.
flag waved and everything.
How did they get that camera angle so perfect?
Yeah.
It's just the exposure.
No,
They
you
talked
see-
about it today. The camera sucked.
but the
it's not an
cameras-
iPhone that you go, oh, let me see the stars.
But
Boom, they come up.
the camera was good enough to capture this. The two background hills identically matching in two separate freaking shots. They took two different pictures.
It's black.
No,
It's
no,
all
no.
black.
They took two pictures.
Yes, because the
Okay.
camera sucks.
No, but here the
I did hear about that. They took two pictures from
Yeah,
different
and they cut
distances,
From,
Yes.
and the mounts look the same.
identical. There's
Like
even
mouse,
crosshairs on the actual things. So like, I think I'm a little I'm unsure. I don't want to say that we didn't land on the moon. If we did, it wasn't what we were shown. You
Yeah,
know,
I agree.
Because if
agree.
I think it could be that somehow, some way we didn't. This was a distraction. Hold on. Hear me out.
They found fucking transformers up there,
Hear me
bro.
out.
Yeah,
Hear
and
me
they
out.
stopped
Hear me out.
fucking landing on the moon.
What if we already are in contact with some extraterrestrial beings that are highly intelligent,
Okay.
and they develop.
We are
They help develop. They help develop. They help.
That's him.
They help develop a ship.
Okay.
Right, but they never showed it to anybody.
Okay.
Then they got a bunch of MIT people and put them here and worked on this rocket, right? And at the same time that was going on, they actually went there,
Okay.
and something said, "Don't you ever come back over here."
Yeah.
And you know who that was?
Then they were
Optimus
like,
Prime,
they're like,
bitch.
"Yo, we couldn't do anything, so let's go ahead and have a movie, version of it."
Okay.
That's me being generous, but I don't think we went.
You
Now-
think you did?
Yes, I'm going to debunk some of this stuff. So, yes, John F. Kennedy wanted us to get in the moon.
Right.
So, walk on the
So
moon.
did Professor X.
Walk on the moon. So, they developed a rocket that can withstand launch and a vehicle that can land on the moon. Since then, nobody has developed a spaceship that can land on the moon or a vehicle that can land on the moon. Why? That can be manned. Why? Because they were about exploring. When Nixon came in, he got killed, blah, blah, blah. Nobody wanted to land in the moon no more. It was all about
Why?
it was all about the space station. It was all
But
about
there's a reason why. Why would you skip the moon?
because there's nothing there.
You can
We
see
got
the
it.
moon.
Crater.
We got it. We know
did it.
everything
Boom,
about
flag is-
it.
There you go.
We went there a couple times and we know the whole
There
thing.
you go.
Bro,
There's a flag
that
there.
doesn't-
But hold on.
doesn't make sense.
But look at the ships. Apollo was a rocket. And then what was it? Challenger or Endeavor? It was a fucking plane. It needs a land strip to land. There's no land strip in the moon. You can't travel to the moon anymore. There's no from
There
the
wasn't
rocket of Apollo.
who built the original
I'll go a
ramp?
step further, and we
There's
didn't
no
go to
ramp.
Mars either. All that pictures are bullshit too.
I don't know
Thank you.
about that.
No,
I don't know about that.
Everything that
Yeah.
NASA tells you is complete bullshit. I'll just say it flat
Mars
out.
is
It's
a
complete
little
bullshit.
fat.
If you
Yeah.
could have full HD video from Mars,
Now.
no interruptions.
Now.
Yeah, but why the fuck do we have so shitty cameras on the fucking traffic control cams or
yeah,
CCTV
that's
cams? They're shit.
Let me just put it
That
this
shit
way.
up there reached Mars perfectly, lands. Come on, man. That's the Mojave.
All
right, you
That's the
are-
Mojave
we
Desert.
Take this, put it in the corner over there.
And
Corner right here.
You know
hold
what?
on.
I'm gonna put one
Hold
of
on.
these motherfuckers on.
No, the
because
precision. No, hold on. We
they're
were talking about
listening.
precision.
This is-
Precision. Somebody said precision, and I forgot about that one.
Yeah, how they landed it with such precise
Guess who fucking invented GPS?
Who?
Google.
Fucking NASA.
Oh, so it makes
and
sense.
They used,
That makes sense
they
now.
used it. No. A lot of the technology that we're using, guess where it's developed?
Right,
NASA?
but
It's
there's
not developed by some
they-
fucking
they didn't-
stranger.
they
No,
didn't-
it's NASA, military, by applications or whatever else, bro.
but they didn't have the
Trust
computing
me.
power to do that back then.
Right.
GPS, they did.
They did not have the computing power that we have now.
You know-
No, now.
Okay,
Now.
they didn't have it back then either.
I'm telling
No.
you.
So if we,
They had the computing power, not
okay,
in a
then
small
let me ask you this.
space.
Okay, and we could be here all night. So
Yes, we could.
I'll propose. I'll make these 2 points, just real quick, if I may. Earth, Moon, 250,000 miles away. 237, right?
237. Yep.
Mars is way over there. So we're gonna go ahead and just skip the moon, even though we can have it as an intermediary between that, and just go straight there.
And all the
it's perfect.
conspiracy talk about not going there, we can prove that we actually can go there by doing it now with the technology we do have. We can land there and shut these people up.
Right.
But we're not going to do that. You know why? Because we want to
we
keep
did
it going.
We already did it. That.
no, because it's a waste of your money and my money. I don't want to.
But here's
I don't want anybody to go to the moon to prove of a conspiracy.
Here's
no way. Don't use my tax dollars for that shit.
Here's my main argument, which I think I just lost it. No, here it goes.
So it's so
Okay,
far away.
I got it. Okay, would you agree with me that the moon landing is at the top 3, if not the number 1 human achievement that we've done?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Is that okay?
That's
I agree.
fucking space.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Actually, just going into space. The Apollo mission.
Now
Was
that's the
fucking
most
amazing.
important
Yeah.
thing ever we've done as a species,
I agree.
right?
I agree.
The computers, when it goes out, it records everything, all the coordinates, everything all the math to go there
Now.
and come back. No, back then. Back then, everything was freaking recorded.
Nah, bro.
Huh?
No.
No, it's not a matter of that's not a theory.
That's not true.
That is true.
No. Have you seen the movie Hidden Figures?
Okay, I'm not talking about a movie. I'm talking
No.
about reality. Listen for a minute. This is everything. Let's just say hypothetically, just to entertain the idea, even though it is factual. All right.
Now it does. No, now it
They
does.
went through. I'm talking about back then because they
Okay.
asked them. They said, "Hey, where are the logs?" You know what their response is? We can't find them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't find them in the most important engineering creative project of humanity. We lost them.
They left them on the moon.
There's a reason why Neil
We lost
Armstrong.
them.
There's a reason why Neil Armstrong never did interviews. There's a reason for it.
Yeah. They're
Go
just-
watch
because-
Astronauts Gone Wild.
You know,
Yeah, he was in Las Vegas fucking paying prostitutes. I
No,
heard
that's
that story
Buzz.
too.
That's Buzz Aldrin.
No,
Buzz Aldrin is the
Both of
complete
them.
opposite of
Both
Neil
of them.
Armstrong. Neil Armstrong, the first person to land on the moon, did not want to do interviews because he was known for messing stuff up that he was supposed to be told.
There is a documentary called Astronauts Gone Wild.
Yeah,
and you'll
yeah.
see them and they get approached and it's just something weird. Something, I don't want to say like, oh, they for sure, but their behavior is not normal.
I think Neil, because he's dead now, but I feel like he had that burden in him that, man, I'm the only first person to land on the moon, and I didn't really do it. I think it ate at him. I really do.
So
Yeah.
I heard like there was some videos when they got back, like they all looked scared, like
Yes.
they couldn't
Yes.
they couldn't talk what they went through.
yes.
Like como que they stole
were told
something.
not to.
Like they stole something. You know,
They
they
were
were
told
nervous.
not to.
Estaban así, like
So maybe they did see something in the moon.
I don't know.
When they
No.
landed, and that's
I don't
why
know.
we haven't been back.
Or they never went
You
and they
know.
didn't know what to say.
yo,
True. It can go both ways, 50-50. But so what's the consensus, right?
either
They
way,
landed in
it's
the
a
moon.
negative.
Okay, raise your hand. If
So
you raise your hand,
we're the fucking U.S. We landed on the fucking moon, bro.
I'm telling you right now.
I'm just
I'm telling you right now.
He spoke.
I'm speaking.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now. The X-Men are behind all this.
Exactly. I agree. I agree. I
The
agree.
fucking X-Men are all behind
They
this.
got some badass planes.
what's the next one?
Professor X, Magneto, all the motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Magneto tried to save Kennedy. That's why that bullet it went.
There it is. See?
Kennedy was a good guy.
Yes.
Yes, he
And
was
so was
because he
Magneto
wanted us
because
on
he
the
was trying
moon.
to save him. But he fucked up.
So what do you? So you think that aliens
they
killed?
arrested him at the same time, so that's why the bullet moved.
Hold on, so
True.
do you think that the
So we'll go with that one, John F. Kennedy.
the assassination? Do you think that it was like
Fake?
the lone gunman on the hill,
No,
on
I
the grassy
think-
knoll?
Definitely. Magneto just got there too late.
No, I'll chime in. I think
That guy was.
Magneto's powerful, but I think it was more.
Imagine what Kennedy could have done.
It was.
though.
Do you
it
believe
was-
the official
That's
story?
why they killed
No,
him. He
I-
had powers too.
I definitely do not think one person killed John F. Kennedy.
Can I ask a
It's almost impossible.
military guy a question? Were you allowed to talk about stuff like this, or it's frowned upon?
No, you can.
Like,
You're-
I would be afraid being in the military, hey, having the opinion that, John F. Kennedy was killed by my own government.
No, you can have your opinion.
Okay. I wasn't sure if
You-
you were hush-hush about
But
that.
can you
or weren't
express
allowed.
that?
No, it's difficult to express your opinion or your allegiance to a party or
Right.
anything else
Yeah.
because whoever becomes the president, that's your boss. So,
course,
you work
yeah.
for him. And
Right.
he works for us.
Whoever, yeah.
Sometimes. That's a good conspiracy theory. But
Yeah,
the
but
president,
so that was
presidents don't lie.
that one's the easy one to be like, yeah, they did that shit. Yeah, like I don't know anybody that says like no that.
So
it
the
was-
moon, they found the Transformers. We move on. Okay, next conspiracy.
No, we were talking about John F. Kennedy.
So JFK.
Yeah, but
No,
it's all
it's not-
connected.
But
Remember?
Sure.
So the
I
question I have: did Oswald even do it?
I don't think
Good
so.
question.
I don't think
I
so.
don't know that.
I don't think
The
he did
physics
either.
It's almost
showed
impossible
what
to-
the physics showed.
No, he
The
could have taken
evidence
one
show
shot.
he did not. The
Well, he
evidence did not have gunpowder on his hands. So he was an average shot from the Marines. He wasn't even a top shooter. He
wore
would have
gloves.
had to have shot through foliage, through a window to hit that perfect shot. His first shot was not his best shot, which every sniper will tell you your best shot is always your first shot.
Yeah.
His best shot was the third shot.
Yeah.
Okay. There's so many things. The parade route was changed the day of from Dallas Avenue or Texas Avenue to
Yep.
the actual stretch by
Like
the
they
grassy knoll.
wanted him to get there. Yeah.
So the mob couldn't change that route. That's what it eliminates to me. I think the conspiracy that the mob was involved, maybe they were the shooters or whatnot, hired by because they were using the mob to get to Castro through
And to put
to try to assassinate John.
some people might say that they put Kennedy in office. The mob.
Well,
because of Chicago.
yeah.
they did. Chicago, his brother or his
Exactly.
father got him
So,
elected.
yeah,
Correct.
I don't know, but yeah.
So the question that begs to be questioned or made is why? Why him?
Because they wanted to go to Vietnam. Because they needed money, and you know, war is money.
Who's they?
The people that run this world, this country, this
Illuminatis.
The people
Yes.
behind the scenes.
I feel like they knew they had Lyndon Baines Johnson, the vice president, on board. That's why they did it in Dallas, because where he's the governor, used to be the governor of Texas. I feel like they had him on board prior to this to basically change everything Kennedy did, because 2 weeks after Kennedy was killed, what did Lyndon Johnson do? He changed everything when it came to Vietnam and actually deployed into Vietnam. 100%.
Dang.
So
I'm going to say
That's
this
deep,
on
bro.
record that Lyndon Baines Johnson is responsible for John F. Kennedy getting killed.
I don't know about
I'm going to
that.
say that out loud.
I don't know about
I'm
that,
going to
but-
say that.
Hold on. I don't. Oh, I'm sorry. Go.
no, I don't know about that, but so we can move on to another topic. But you know, John F. Kennedy, do we think he got shot by one person?
Nah.
No.
Definitely not.
But to add to that, because I asked you why was he? I think there's an argument can also be made because for the banking industry. So
Correct.
back in the day, we were backed by the dollar, right? And then
I'm fucking with the frog. Keep going.
we were backed by the dollar, and then we introduced fractional reserve banking in 1913 with the Federal Reserve Act, right? And the Federal Reserve is a privately owned bank. It's no more federal than Federal Express, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
So through time, they took Nixon took us off the gold
This
standard,
is true.
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And then who wanted us to get back on our own currency? John F. Kennedy.
Yep.
So John F. Kennedy, that's why the half dollars are of his face and they're
Correct.
silver.
Yep.
Right? It just so happens that you add that in the mix, it's easy to get popped off. You know who was the last president before him to actually try to say,
that,
hey, we're
yeah.
making our own money? Lincoln.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
What happened to him?
So as soon as so think
there's
of
a lot
this,
of
you
mur-
have you have
murder
a
presidents.
sovereign country, right? They have a privately owned banking system come in and say, hey, we got your back financially. So then you bankrupt that country, and then they say, nah, we're done, right? They do it again, and Andrew Jackson's last words were, I killed the banks, and they kicked him out.
Can I?
And then the
Keep
third
going.
one, once you do that, you fast forward, you get John F. Kennedy. He gets popped.
Yeah.
And then the last one to even try with anything like that, I think remotely, was Reagan. And he had an assassination attempt. And he was like, okay.
So, but what's the issue? What's the issue there? Why are they killing them when they start talking about the money or the Federal Reserve?
Because
Because we're
inventors,
printing our money.
the inventors of fractional reserve banking, they're quoted as saying, hey, give me a control of a country's
Yeah.
wealth, and I care not who makes his laws.
Yeah, exactly. So it goes back to the shooting of John F. Kennedy.
Right.
They killed him because they wanted to go to Vietnam,
Correct.
which creates money.
It's
Wealth.
beyond money.
War.
It's control. It's
War.
really control. Money, they
War.
wipe their butts with
Nah,
it. you know?
exactly. No.
It's
war
control.
Exactly,
makes
no.
a country. Listen. A war makes a country
Confusing.
to go deeper into debt, create more money, print their own money. That's what they do. How do you think we finance everything
they're
right
not,
now?
But the key is they're not printing their own money.
And
well,
how
yeah, we're
they're-
printing
they're-
our money.
and how did we get into the Vietnam War? Another conspiracy, real quick
I
one.
don't know that one.
The Gulf of Tonkin incident.
yeah, the Gulf when we blew it up.
35,000 people were dying in they got our guys that turned out to be a lie. Never happened. A false flag operation, just like mine 9/11.
I don't know about that one.
100%.
No, yeah. Yes.
flag.
You don't know. Hold on. You don't know about what?
nothing happened.
You don't know about which one?
9/11 being fake.
9/11.
Oh, we're gonna destroy that.
100%.
So what?
An
An inside job.
Planes didn't
100%.
crash into the towers?
No,
Is
they
that what you're saying?
They
No,
did.
no, they did. They
This
did.
is going to hurt people's feelings.
No, they
No.
did.
So-
They did.
They did.
know,
They did.
But
We're
they
talking-
didn't fly into the Pentagon. They
and-
didn't crash in the field in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah?
That's for damn sure.
They didn't
There is
crash in the
no.
Pentagon.
Show me anything that shows anything about
Shanksville.
a
Their own
plane in the
video.
Pentagon. Where? Show me it.
On this,
The
there's a
Pentagon.
video.
The most,
There isn't.
There isn't.
Yeah, there is.
Look it up. Find it. Show it to me. The number one surveillance building in the world, yet we have no footage of a fucking 757 airplane flying into the side of it. Which,
Or
by the way,
debris.
the section that was hit was hit with
reinforced
construction.
because it was, they
hold
were
on, the
The
rebuilding
one
it.
section of the building that was under construction is where that plane flew into, supposedly. And guess what
It's
else
just-
was there that day? Guess
What
what, else
else was
happened
there?
that-
Some
the
vet-
day before, to September 10th, 2001, look it up. Donald Rumsfeld came out on CNN, CNBC or whatever coming out saying that a U.S. government has lost $13 trillion of our money.
They're like,
Have
what?
no idea where it went.
Cash.
Guess where all that documents was stored at in the Pentagon. Guess. Just take a wild guess where all
Hold
the
on, but the
information
Pentagon's
was
really
stored.
big. It's really big, and it has a lot of
But
compartments because
just-
there's inner rings, outer. But where?
There is.
But where was it stored?
in the
Don't-
construction area.
The same spot the plane hit. Just a coincidence that
That's just a
Why is it-
coincidence, Pedro.
Why is it a coincidence though? Why?
Because we
It's-
lost
because-
13
Oh,
did you
million
not
of
hear
our
what
No,
money.
I know that. 13
Write
trillion.
off.
No,
Written
but
off. Never happened.
but if they kept all the documents there for that, for those
Hold
things.
on. Okay,
you
building
know,
building 7 fell.
like,
No plane
it's
hit
just,
it.
oh, the only papers we kept here was this, just the 13 trillion we lost. No, I guarantee you they lost a whole bunch of other shit.
So you believe the story you were told?
No, I'm not believing anything. What I'm telling you is what I saw.
But what is your opinion of it?
I was in school. I saw
What's your opinion of
9/11 was definitely not created. I don't think it was created.
Hold on. To say definitely, you must have some substantial backing to that.
Just like you guys, what I
Right.
heard and what I've read.
No. Okay.
Because you guys don't have anything substantial except what you see on YouTube, what you read, right?
Okay. No.
Because you weren't there, you don't know.
That's a fair assessment.
So-
That's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
Because there are some professionals
Yeah.
that study engineering and that make sure that there's you can't fudge physics too much.
Correct.
Right? But there is actually 9/11s for engineers for 9/11 Truth, which is a worldwide.
Yeah, forensic freaking engineers.
They
or whatever
got
you call them.
together
Yeah.
and they showed video of Tower
Free
number
fall.
7. And we'll get to that in a second. Tower number 7 was not hit by a plane. It's a 47-story building. It's about twice as big almost than anything in downtown Orlando. Right?
Correct.
So that fell in its own footprint. It is the first time in the history of mankind that a modern steel building fell out of collapse, out of fire. That day, 3 fell down, and number 7 fell. No planes hit it.
No, I'm happy you guys bring that up
No planes.
because now we're talking about the collapse of 3 buildings or whatever buildings, not the entire event.
Yeah.
People stealing planes, people killing people in the planes. It's just the collapsing of buildings. So could the government collapse buildings to save other people in New York City? Because imagine those buildings just coming sideways.
So you're saying that possible that they collapse the buildings?
Yes, like they
Why would they do that?
self-implosion so the
They did.
buildings
Well,
don't.
why would they do that?
They did do that.
You believe that.
No, they did do that.
That's
I
what
did
you're
do
saying.
that. No, I know they did that.
You can see the-
physics tell me they did that.
And not
No,
only the
but
physics, so that they,
Experts have told me that the building was definitely demolished through demolition.
demolition.
What you like to read. Again.
no. It's not about reading.
There's,
Okay.
there's a video
But
that
listen
you
to
can
me.
hear the
You're- hold on,
explosion.
But you're not listening to me. So did we do that
Did you
to
listen
save
to me?
people?
No.
to go into a war in Iraq.
Who
Yes.
knows?
Yes.
Maybe.
That's
Yes.
why we did it.
That's why
Maybe
we
they did it
That's
too
why
early.
we did it, to start a war. False flag operation.
And further intrude on
Hey,
personal
maybe
liberties
they
and
collapsed the
freedoms.
buildings to save people, but
That's
they
what I
probably
said.
did it too early. It doesn't matter.
So they
hold on,
hired.
no, hold on, hold on,
so
hold
they
on. No, no.
hire some Al Qaeda fuckers.
No, hold on.
No, they probably knew the attack was coming,
You cannot.
Thank you.
and they
cannot.
let it happen,
No.
and then they collapsed
Or
the
whatever.
buildings.
No.
I don't know.
No,
It
You-
wasn't even that.
To,
It's
to,
further
do,
than
to
that.
do a
Way
demolition
deeper.
takes weeks to plan and
Yes,
to actually
I
put.
agree.
They
I
can't
agree.
just go and change it that they say, "Oh, we're gonna knock it out early."
That's what I said.
What?
They knew the attack was happening. They
2
already
weeks.
had it done.
Yes.
from a
What we
long
know
time
about
ago.
what
2
we know about
weeks.
the demolitions, but when
2
we put
weeks prior to the demolition that
Yeah,
happened
yeah.
on that day,
The 3 demolitions.
each floor of the Twin Towers went through a repainting on each floor, which easily could be painted with thermite because thermite.
What
was
is
found-
nanothermite? What
What
is
is
that?
nanothermite? How did that end up there? I'll tell you what. When they repainted the building on each floor, it was painted with thermite to help burn that building.
Next thing you're gonna tell me that they're gonna take collections of the dust and they're gonna have thermite. Oh, they did.
Oh, they did. Oh, and by the way, you can't talk about 9/11 without being called a coward or anti-patriot
Right,
or
right.
you're against the country and all this stuff. Because from day one, I was asking questions.
Me too, bro.
They found a passport, perfect condition, on the ground of one of the pilots on the ground.
That's
Yeah,
how they
okay.
identified him.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
went through the
Cut the shit
burst.
now.
no, they identify them
No, they.
watching videos.
That
not
could
No,
have
because
been
they
real.
did.
Is that actually
Yeah,
real?
that's stupid.
Yes.
Fuck that. I don't believe that.
They found his passport on the ground, on the floor, and that's what they used to identify one of the pilots.
And again,
Dude, let me put. Let
I'm
me.
not making it up. This
no,
is
that's,
true.
that's cool. That's
What do you
cool.
mean that's cool? That should be mind blowing. Like that.
That's what I mean. It's crazy because
Yo,
You know,
dude,
but-
dude, tú sabes que en Puerto Rico estuve en eso
but it goes
también.
back to money.
Let me ask
Put-
you a question too, real quick.
Yes.
No, let him talk about
Did you
Puerto
find
Rico.
that video, by the way, the
I did.
Pentagon getting hit?
I did. I found the smoke.
Did you see the smoke? Do you see a plane?
Do you see a plane?
No, I don't
No.
see a plane.
No.
Look at the wreckage of the Pentagon.
Put-
do you see
no,
a
put
plane crash? Do you
Shanksville.
see? Do
There's
you
no
see
parts.
seats?
No.
Do you see engine? Do you see wings?
Nothing.
Do you see titanium
Nothing.
engines? Do you
Nothing. No black
Okay,
box
go
recovered.
further than that. Look up the plane crash in Pennsylvania.
Shanksville, Pennsylvania.
Look up that one. Show me seats. Show me luggage. Show me plane. Show me anything that
People.
resembles anything.
They're all
of a plane
disintegrated.
crash.
Completely gone. And
Oh
bro,
yeah, they said they evaporated.
They didn't evaporate, but yeah.
vaporize.
No, cut the shit.
dude,
So
The government sprayed vaporize.
Why
on.
did they do that? The question is why?
no.
To
Okay,
enforce
no.
the Patriot Act, to
That's
take
not my
our rights
question.
away.
hold on. What is it? What were we gonna
So
say?
no plane crashed into Pentagon. So
Correct.
what crashed?
A
missile.
freaking missile.
A missile.
A missile.
A missile.
No,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hold up, but hold on. You can't just look at that video and just be like,
maybe
no.
it was painted with
A
thermite.
missile that
Also.
no other radar, to include the enemy's radars, tracked.
Not if it's self-inflicted, dude.
Yes, they would.
No. If it's self-inflicted, okay. That day they happened to be doing war games, right?
Hold on.
Happens
No.
to be.
Hold on, no.
Answer that question.
No. This is going to answer this question, right?
won't.
So they were playing war games where, guess what the situation was? That multiple planes had been hijacked. Okay, and it happened,
Which
right?
is war games everybody
Okay,
plays.
every-
They've been
right,
playing.
right.
They've been playing.
But
for-
on that
But,
day.
but that specific day, that was the scenario. Terrorists have taken over planes and they're off track. And what are we gonna do, right? So in the middle of that, I forgot the guy's name, but it's an Asian guy, and he was
Yes.
high in intelligence. And he turned around, and there was a countdown that were saying. Actually, he was witnessing this countdown, and he was saying the plane is so far away. And the next time, hey, it's getting short. It's like, I'm just gonna throw numbers: 500, 500 miles away, 400 miles away.
You're talking about the FAA,
100
the
miles
FAA
away,
tracker, yeah.
right? And then,
Traffic control.
Our vice president.
then the guy, he goes to the vice president. He turns around. He says, "Hey, we are like this many miles away, or this much distance away. Do the orders still stand?" That was his question. Do the orders still stand? And Dick Cheney said, "Of course they stand. Have you heard anything of the contrary?" So when you say, well, why wouldn't they detect, a missile? It's because, number one, I'm
They
sure
knew.
yes. Number two, if you create enough distraction, shit happens. So like, there is, dude, just the physics of a.
But listen.
Oh, hold on.
No, you talked about it already. So now listen. So I'm not talking about us. Other countries tracked what the hell we do.
No, we didn't get attacked. We didn't.
We
get
attacked ourselves.
Okay.
Yes.
But there's
What
no
about-
pictures of heat sinkers. It's almost impossible.
There's molten
to
lava.
hide, but
Explain
whatever.
this.
So let's talk about the shooting. Going back to the
Explain
shooting.
this, though.
This is government money.
Explain this.
Go ahead.
Bush was told that we were attacked, and he just sat there.
Sat there for 7 minutes. Our
What the
founding president, knowing that we're under attack, didn't do shit.
That is true.
You know why?
And I
Because
saw
he
that
fucking
happen.
knew
No,
what's
no,
going
no.
on.
I saw that.
I'll
Okay.
say it out
Only
loud.
way.
I saw that.
That's the only
I'm going to
way.
be the devil's advocate. Well, you know,
He was with
he was
kids,
very
reading
calm
a
and
book.
collected with
Yeah.
the kids. We want to make sure he doesn't want to just run into panic. Okay, but it just so doesn't help. Also, like what you said, that there's painting going on in there. You know who was
Yeah,
the
yeah,
head
yeah.
of security for the entire World Trade Center complex? Marvin Bush. So it's just you keep adding more and more. After a while,
What-
it's just like, dang.
What was in Building 7, by the way? Does anybody know?
Know anybody about Enron?
Enron.
Yeah,
Oh,
heard
remember
about that?
Enron, the big scandal with that? Guess where all the paperwork for that was kept?
Okay, so on that day, two big pieces of evidence.
Got taken away. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
How
Why
convenient.
would they do that? God, I don't understand.
Why would they do that?
And you know what? When
And killed 3,800 and something
well,
people,
hold on.
crash 3 planes, or shoot
We-
a missile into a building.
The incident that
It's
started Vietnam.
difficult.
It's difficult, but the incident that started Vietnam
Killed
was
35,000 people. Did it happen?
and we started that.
Killed
We
35,000 people?
Hold on.
Look it up. Gulf of Tonkin.
The Gulf Tonkin incident. We bombed our own thing. Also, it.
Yeah, but it wasn't because we wanted to bomb him.
Yes, it was.
Is to get into
It was to get
Vietnam.
into the war.
Right.
That was the whole premise behind
we
it.
killed JF Kennedy to get in the war.
That was everything.
But
It's not
Vietnam
one thing.
was also the false
I
flag
know that,
operation
but
to get into it. Was
It didn't
the
happen
Gulf
because of that.
Tonkin.
It's just like everything else that we do, I think. This, like right now.
Why are we
have-
in Afghanistan?
We're no longer in Afghanistan.
Why were we?
Because of fucking money.
What was
What?
there?
So
though?
what
What's
makes
the
it
main
We're
reason?
no longer
So you-
in
so-
Afghanistan.
Yeah, we're no longer in Afghanistan.
But why did we go there? Why
evacuated.
did we stay there?
Because of fucking money.
What money though?
Printing-
What was
Lithium?
Bro.
Lithium. Very
Lithium
No,
expensive.
it's not
opium.
lithium.
And
And
opium.
opium. Yeah, it's the fucking heroin that we're bringing over here. The CIA is funding other countries'
opium
fucking
production
And
went up
that
to
guerrillas,
And that
just like back
Afghani-
in the 70s, where the CIA was
I can't
funding
say funny
the
shit.
guerrillas with fucking crack cocaine.
And
in LA.
Afghan Kush,
I
baby.
gotta-
But going
Fuck.
back to the shootings and money, war creates money. Money runs companies. Companies run the world. But the point is, it's difficult for me to fathom that one person or whoever engineered this entire event, 9/11 event.
No, we're not one guy.
Not a whole group of people.
Yes.
But the end state comes from one person, right?
Well, that's again a lot. Some
Because
people.
we went back to
Sometimes people that, like for instance, presidency. Sometimes the president's not calling the shots. There's a group behind it, right? And he's the face or whatever.
Yeah.
So who is to say that there is or that there isn't a dark group?
I don't know.
And
Yeah.
that was the go-to guy. That's why they flew the Bin Laden family the day of 9/11. They actually flew them out in a private when everything was shut down. Nobody could travel. This was the worst attack on U.S. soil since Pearl Harbor. And that day they flew them out. They let them out. And when they knew that it was him within hours. So either he did it all alone, which I don't think that's what happened, or there was a big this is a big piece of pie. You get this piece, I get this piece. You can coordinate. You compartmentalize everything. That's how we put supposedly someone in the moon. You compartmentalize the information, and together it works as a machine, and you get stuff done.
No.
And that's what I would say. Like to me,
It's 100%.
Obviously,
100%.
Obviously, Bin Laden didn't do it by himself.
He didn't do it at all.
He didn't do it all.
He didn't do it
That's
at
your
all.
opinion. Your
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
But
100%.
he had, just like any other, terrorist, head of state or whatever you want to call them. What do? They entice people to do stupid shit.
In a
like them
cave
fucking-
in Afghanistan.
with a satellite phone.
With-
That's
yeah.
How do you know he was in a cave in Afghanistan?
That's what they told us.
Yes.
Who is they?
Our U.S. government.
The fucking
that
CNN.
Our U.S. government
No,
was
it's
taken
CNN and
over
Fox
by
News.
18,
Isn't that the
18
No,
Muslim.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah, that was it. That's the official story,
from
right?
a bearded
So you
guy
believe
in a
that
the 9/11
in a cave.
report?
That is
Oh my
bullshit.
God.
That's bullshit because if they knew where he was at, they would have killed him a long time ago.
No, he was so hard to. He
No,
was
they
so
would've-
evasive in the mountains. That's what they
So
told
they
us, right?
didn't know
So
where he
hard,
was at.
couldn't find
And he
him.
had dialysis. Don't you have to be like pumped up to like?
He was never in the fucking mountains.
That white color blends in with the
He
sand.
was always hanging out somewhere.
And then when
probably.
they
You know,
found
the
him
road,
and they killed him,
whatever.
they want to give him a proper burial.
Yeah.
So they threw him
So they
in,
said.
in the ocean.
In the ocean. Yeah. Coincidence. Yeah.
Like there's got to come to
That's
a
another
point where you're like,
conspiracy
yo, like,
cut the shit, right?
come on, man.
Honestly.
Area 51, aliens, structures in the moon that we talked about earlier, shootings,
That switched really quickly.
shootings. No, it's 9/11. I understand your opinion. Your
Who
opinion.
was the vice president again? Dick Cheney in Iraq. Who was the company that ran all the infrastructure?
Money.
I'm sorry. Was it Halliburton?
Halliburton.
Yeah.
Wasn't who was the
Cheney?
president of Halliburton?
Well,
Just curious.
I think his name is Richard Cheney.
Yeah.
They call him Dick.
And why did we go to Iraq again? I'm just curious.
Because
They had,
we
weapons
had
of mass
weapons of mass
destruction.
destruction. Were there?
Yeah, no.
So
no.
why did we
Obviously
go?
not. There was nothing there.
I'm just curious. Yet
Why did we go? I don't know.
But then
because he killed
Hey, maybe the USA took him.
because
you
he
don't know that.
murdered, genocide 3,000, 4,000 people because they went.
But we're sponsoring a genocide in Yemen right now.
Maybe that's why
Listen,
we went there.
They
I don't
wanted,
know.
They wanted those gold AK-47s, baby. That's what they did.
Why do we
I
go
would
to?
have
Why
gotten
do we
the
go to World
Damascus
War
one, but they
II?
went
Talk
for the
about-
gold
I don't know.
AKs.
How about the sticky note falling off for post-war? Huh? They marched in there, they took over like nothing, and then that sticky note they had for post-war, it must have fallen off because they didn't have a fucking plan for nothing.
The
did
mission
they, in
accomplished
Iraq?
one?
Yeah, nothing for Iraq. There wasn't a
True.
there was not a plan in place for after they took over to knock that statue down. After that point, it was a fucking mess.
what does that tell you? As long as we get it in the camera and give you a narrative, that's all we need.
all we
Wrap it up,
want.
guys. So like as
We
Shakespeare
got
said, the world's a
we got the
stage.
views.
So
we got the views.
You
Let's
said
pass it on.
shooting. So what was the next?
Back to shootings. It was, we talked about John F. Kennedy
Yeah.
with the crazy shooting in the government or conspiracy. So Jeffrey
Epstein.
Epstein with his Miracle Island, or what do they call
No,
it?
no,
The Island of Ventures, or
No.
that's here in
The
University.
Fountain of Youth.
I forgot what it was.
Pedo
It was,
Island, isn't it? Pedo
Pedo
Island.
Island, I think it was.
Pedo Island?
Hold on.
Pedo Island.
Oh, pedophile.
Pedophile
No,
Island.
but he had an actual name for it.
No, there was a
but-
name. There was a
Yeah,
name
I
for it,
can't
but
remember it.
but regardless, all of a sudden, they catch him and he's going through the trial and all that stuff, but then
He
kills himself.
himself.
Yeah.
The cameras.
Well,
The cameras
didn't
weren't
work.
working in the prison.
They stopped working.
Yeah, the prison guards.
Just like the
That just
cameras.
happened.
Just like the cameras did in the Pentagon.
dead.
They just stopped working.
And it
that's
was
right.
And it was the second time he attempts suicide, but he was never placed
In
under
suicide.
suicide watch.
Yep.
There was 2 guards assigned to
Yep.
watch him, but the guards,
Didn't know anything.
Weren't there.
They went there.
and there was a video of the first suicide attempt, but guess what happened?
It disappeared.
It burned in the Pentagon.
Oh,
no,
it,
I'm just
it
kidding.
burnt in the Pentagon. I see.
No, it disappeared.
That
It
was
was
funny.
deleted. It was deleted.
like the information in the rocket, everything is just gone.
But then,
Why was he killed?
Oh.
yeah, why was he killed?
See, but that's a clear one.
That's it.
Go ahead.
The name of the island is called Little St. Jeff.
Little Saint Jeff.
There it is.
That's not the
Continue
nickname
with
that
your
they had.
bullshit.
Never would have
Little
got
St.
that.
Jeff. Because of
That's
Jeffrey.
what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go,
But it's crazy. Subscribe, please, and let us know what you think.